Part of CDT 12 is the promotion of the new C++ editing experience built on the language server protocol that takes advantage of clangd features. To use this, you'll need to install clangd, and if you open any of the editors, you'll get a banner encouraging you to try the new C and C++ editing experience. Try clicking on the link, and the editor will reopen with the new editor experience. As you can see, the new editor has a different look and feel because we're building on top of the standard LSP for E and TM for E projects at the Eclipse Foundation. With the new editor open, you have the option to switching back to the classic experience, or you can click Learn More to open the help on how to use it and give us feedback by filing a GitHub issue. If you no longer want to see the banner, you can click on the X and disable it showing in new editors by unchecking the tick box. The LSP-based CDT editor provides many of the functionalities you'd expect any code editor to provide. For example, opening declarations by control clicking or pressing F3. Type hierarchy is also available. So if we find an interesting class like iOS base, we can press F4 for type hierarchy, and we can see the super or subclass hierarchies by clicking on the Show Super Types button, allowing us to navigate up and down the type hierarchy and to the individual fields and parts of each class. As you can see, the look and feel of the editor is slightly different as we rely on the TM for E and LSP for E Eclipse projects to provide this functionality. To configure these settings, go into Window Preferences and look at the TextMate and Language Server nodes where many options are available. clangd and the LSP editor provides code completions as one might expect. So, for example, if I have the beginning of this method written here and I command complete, I'll get all the completions. And here I'll choose inner and I'll pass in my argument. What this also shows is some of the new annotations we get. So here we can see that the argument name to inner is called X, so that gets highlighted here to the user. Other standard functionality is provided by the new editor, such as code folding, hovers with extra information. For example, over the header, shows you the header name and which symbols are being used for that header. Control click will give you, on the header, will allow you to open that header file. And some refactoring options provided by clangd are also supported. For example, refactor rename on result. I give it new name, and it will rename the variable as you'd expect. These are just some of the functionality of the new editing experience. I look forward to you giving it a try and giving us some feedback with what you find. The new editing experience is particularly useful for those users that are using the newest C++ standards where the classic CDT editor might provide incorrect parsing errors. The other major change is improving CMake integration in Eclipse CDT. So if you make a new CMake project, as I have created one here earlier, the build settings for the CMake project are now more complete and more flexible. For example, while we set Ninja as the default generator, any generator can be selected. Additional CMake arguments can now be passed for the configuring stage. Exactly your build targets you're using, build command can be used, and which build type is used, whether you're running any debugging can be set. But a lot of the improvements for CMake in this version relate to better integration for ISVs who want to integrate CMake into their workflows. So please have a look at the CDT New and Noteworthy, where you can find details on how it's easier for CMake extenders and lots of other smaller features within CDT 12.